Wait, let me test. You're on Facebook, right? We're live on Facebook, so hold on.
Yes. My name, huh? You can check here live. You can see it live. But you have to be in other.
Oh, we do hear it. So somebody.
Oh, it just got better, as you said. Okay, perfect. I just put it on this desktop microphone. Okay, great.
All right, so we got Vital over here. Check it out,
now
y'all.
it goes good. Now it goes good.
So I don't know what y'all hearing, but this is
Everybody welcome. So it's going
So we're
good
good
now.
now.
Yay, much better. And then you can always, like, I don't know if you can clip it. No, it's just on the YouTube. So we can say underneath, just start with after 8 minutes. We can now stop this because people have otherwise the background.
Yep.
So welcome, everybody. Hello, Annie.
Greetings, everybody.
Hello, everybody on the TikTok. We are on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook at the same time. So everybody's very welcome. One of these days, before I made already a video about healing, how trauma changes your brain, rewires your brain, and how you can heal that back. But I want to go even more deeper in that. How you can heal. Hugs to you. Thank you. Hugs back. And I want to share more about like healing of trauma. And before I wanted to share about like how you can heal your brain. I was really focusing on the brain. So now I want to be like about what is really healing and what also like decalcifies your pineal gland. I wanted to share about that. One of the things for that is like using toothpaste without fluoride.
Mm-hmm.
So you can heal like things like you decalcify your pineal gland and things become more clear for you.
I would say definitely toothpaste.
Mm-hmm.
Research which one has a fluoride in it, and stay away from ones that do. Certain deodorants have it, and definitely tap water. Well, at least where I'm from, the United States, tap water definitely has fluoride in it.
So it's also good. Make sure you get like water from trusted. Like the best is anyway from your own well, but
that's not happening
mountains,
out there.
Mountain water. But otherwise, have a filter. Make sure that you filter your water because the normal water has chlorine and fluoride. Especially in America, the normal water has fluoride in it. So it's not only the toothpaste, it also has other things in there. And also, we said about deodorant. Deodorant also has an
Aluminum.
So these are some things also to be aware of. And all the things that you use on yourself, they put a lot of chemicals in there. So it's really good to use natural.
And soap also.
Yeah.
But like they want, natural is the way to go.
Yeah.
Which is why, like, when you go to purchase natural soap, it'll be so expensive because like they really want you to just use the stuff that's like really cheap and inexpensive and really, really toxic. And a lot of us do it because we feel like we have no choice.
Yeah, but there's like different ways of like making things also for yourself. But all the things that you use, everything that has a scent has neurotoxins in this, like perfume. Like they've scented even scented toilet paper.
Scented trash bags. Scented. I'm like, yo, what's up with that? Yo, cleaning supplies, obvious.
But also your shampoo, your conditioners, all those creams. Yeah, you are also. Annie says yes, all natural, organic for over 24 years.
Nice, that's the way to go. That's how you do it.
Very good, Annie. Celebrating you.
That would be nice, though, right?
Yeah. So that's why it's so important. And it's also very important to eat healthy because there's so much shit in all the food and everything what you eat. It's like put so many chemicals in there. So if you don't know what's on there, if in the ingredients list, don't buy it. But a lot of people are like, yeah, but if you don't have much money, but there are ways to eat healthy. You can go to farmers markets. You can go to farmers around, like organic farmers. And a lot of times the prices are even lower because you buy it directly from them. So it's really possible. But it also depends on which country you are. But you can always find farmers markets around and ask the farmers also, hey, is this organic? And they can tell you. And but a lot of times you taste it. Like if we get like organic here, like you taste it. Like suddenly the inorganic one is like twice as big and more watery, and then the natural one is smaller, but it's like has more taste. Like the tomatoes that I get from the shop, they're like very like hard and like almost like plastic. And the ones that I get from an organic store, they really have much more taste. And you will feel it and you will understand it. When you're eating it, you get much more energy from it. So the more natural it is. And there's also a lot of, you also need to know which fruits and vegetables, which one are alkaline, which one not. Which one is like, almost everything nowadays is like hybrid. and GMO, and they put a lot of things in it as well. So there's like, you can check like what is the most GMO food where they put them in, and especially like maize and soy, they put a lot of things in there.
Mice meaning corn, because we don't call it mice in the
Oh
States.
yeah.
So corn, like any corn products, like your tortilla chips, corn.
Daddy is also here. Yay!
Oh, greetings.
Hey. So welcome. We're talking about like how like they put soy in everything because soy is like really has like estrogen in it. That's why there's an agenda behind it to like get the males more feminine, and that's with the jabs, that's with the food, that's with the soy, and more and more people like understanding this now, this agenda behind it. And also with the corn, it's the same. That's why they put the corn into the cereals. So children eating corn and also have all sorts of GMO in there. And it's like really even bad. Someone really shared about that specifically, how much that is bad for the fertility.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, we saw that on a video from someone sharing that. There's like an agenda to really get people to eat more corn. Yes, Terry is also saying.
Oh, my sister, greetings.
Yay!
What's happening?
Yay, welcome. So we want to go more live because we want to share also like our knowledge, but also let people know like you're not alone out there. If you feel different or you know that things are different, they call it also like the light workers, the chosen ones,
Starseeds.
the star seeds.
We have multiple names.
Yeah,
like Rainbow Warriors.
The Rainbow Warriors. Like there's all sort of things that people resonate with because they are a bit different than anybody else, and also have a more difficult. It's more difficult to deal with this reality because once you wake up to this reality, it's not easy to deal with it. So that's why we share things to deal with your reality, to heal in this reality, and to thrive in this reality. Because we want you being happy and healthy and enjoying this life.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
And like you said, once you wake up, it's very difficult. Yes, I know people said this many times, but it reminds me of the Matrix movie, the first one. The red and the blue pill, because once you do take that pill, basically once you become awakening, you really just no going back. And you did say you can't go back, and you really can't go back. You'll never live
someone
life.
saying it is indeed not so easy. Ja, you're welcome. Je bent heel welkom. Het is inderdaad niet makkelijk. It's in Dutch. It's indeed not easy to deal with this reality. And Terry also say it's so hard.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
And that's why we want to reach out to people. Like there are different ways of doing things and being and healing, so you can empower yourself and start helping others. Because only like when you are feeling better and you're like thriving and you're like doing good, and then from that you can help others as well. And that's why it's also so important that you share your own knowledge as well. There's no way back. Yeah, once you're awake, you don't. There's no back to ignorance. Like you say, ignorance is bliss, but if you don't know, you don't know. Like when you try to wake up people from a prison, they don't even know they're in.
No, they don't. And I wonder sometimes when you do wake up, do you ever wish I wonder if some people wish that they never did wake up. But the thing is, they were going to wake up in the first place because they were having you know how you have the feeling like something is always wrong, but you don't know what it is. And I think that's for some of us, that's to start to be awakening. And it's unavoidable if you are one of those ones that are going to wake up. And going back, it just doesn't happen. So now you have to find a new way to live.
Yeah.
And do what you need to do, fulfill your purpose, this mission that we have today for trying to wake other people up so we can switch this game over.
Teach, be thoughtful, educate, be an example. Oh, thank you. Teach, be thoughtful, educate, and be an example. And that is what we also do. We want to help others, and we teach and educate, but also while we keep learning, we keep always learning new things and keep working on ourselves. Like we do a lot of inner work and fasting and detoxing and communication issues because we're like breaking generational curses
Generational curses.
and traumas and from our family lines, and it's like that's what we also share about relationships and communication, because that is not being taught on schools, how you communicate with people.
No, not at all. We're just being programmed to be robots. We can just work the system for the benefit of the system, never to empower ourselves. It's the way it's always been.
Yeah, and she says, so true. And Annie says, indeed, that's why I'm alone more and more. So I also understand it, because the more you awake, the more you appear weird to the normal people.
But after a while, so many people are awakening. It's like then the normal people are the ones that really are weird. You know what I mean? Because like they want to support a system that they know doesn't work for everybody. I mean, granted, some people can like it. There's nothing wrong with it if you do like it. But you know, as we're waking up, like it can't be more obvious that it's time to wake up and it's time for a change.
Weird is the good chisel. Yes, yes. Yes, you know it. You know it. But that's why we also want to empower each other. We want to let you know there's nothing wrong with you. There's something really fucked up with this whole reality.
Yeah, you got that.
And we have to come together. We have to empower ourselves. We have to unite. We have to let each other know, like, hey, you matter. You are awesome. That's why our YouTube is Forever Awesome. Forever Awesome,
Forever
to remind
awesome.
you how awesome you are. And she says, love your energies, both of you.
Sometimes energies be out there though. They're really good.
Hey, Jaguar is also here. Welcome, welcome.
Thank
Another
you,
friend.
everybody.
He's also really cool. Yes, welcome.
Nice.
And that's how like the cool people come together, the weird people come together, and yeah. And Annie B says she's more alone, and especially since my husband was killed, seeking my tribe. And our heart goes out to you, Annie, because her
Yes.
husband was killed by a bear. It was really crazy.
Oh man.
Yeah, so our heart goes out to you. Much big hugs to you, Annie. And because that is not easy.
No, it's not easy.
No. So our heart goes out to lots of people. I also, when people have like, I shared also her GoFundMe, or like there's like GoFundMe or Gifts and Goes. Like every time something comes by from someone that I know, like a lot of times I share them, and because we need to help each other, we need to be there for each other in different ways, and that's why I really feel called also. Like I give healings, I give healing courses, so others can become healers as well. I started writing. And that is also a really good way of like healing yourself, like channeling through journaling. And then you find so many things inside of you that you don't even aware of. Tari says also, wow, so sorry, Annie. Oh, Tari is also a sweetheart. And Margriet says we have to follow nature's rules. Yeah, the more we are in nature, the more we can connect with ourselves and be ourselves, because we are the embodiment of Mother Nature.
We really need to get back to nature. That is correct. We really need to.
Yeah.
We're so disconnected right now. And living like cyborgs to the point where like everybody seems to be, well, to me, seems to appear very sick these days.
And what helps me is a lot of times, like what I said already, journaling, frequency meditation.
Whatever your meditation is, like, you can meditate, literally meditate. My meditation is like, I might draw some images, I might draw pictures, so write. I'll have music on in the background. I'll try not to have any music that disturbs my frequency though, you know what I mean? Like maybe 422, is it 423 hertz?
Yeah, 432.
So sorry, 432. 432 hertz. And I should
have
know
music on those frequencies and frequency healing and being in nature. And she said also shoes were invited. It's much better, like on barefoot. Have that grounding. Today I was like walking on my barefoot on the grass.
If you can get outside.
And the connection with the sun, and that's why they also they put a lot of they try to disconnect us. So a lot of times they get like airplanes coming by, and then you have clouds, and suddenly the sun is blocked, because they know how healing the sun is for us.
Yeah, speaking of like health and wellness. the best medicine is grounding and getting the sun at the same time. And try to eat like less toxic because the more if you feel like you're one that sunburns very easily, it's because there's a lot of toxicity in the body. Just try to eat clean if you want to get in that sun. If you want to get more sun, climatize, maybe get be out in the sun at a certain time and try to build your body up to it. And grounding at the same time, and that'll take you where you need to go as far as your health improving.
She says even for her the sun is also really good, even for me, her as a ginger. Yes, yes. So you have to. What I do is always I go out later in the day. Like at first it was 4 o'clock, but now it's longer.
Now it's a bit later, yeah.
It's longer out there, the sun. So now I'm going out at 5 o'clock, but I need at least 1 hour of sun. I really need that. If I like have several days I don't have that, I really feel like I feel disconnected with myself almost. And that is always so important to find your connection back.
It does more than that. It takes you all the way down because it's literally your life force. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like it really helps enhance you, recharge your batteries, powers you up.
Yes. And then also do exercises. Walking is good.
Get the
Bicycling
blood
is
flowing, get your
good.
lymphatic system flowing, get all
Yes.
that.
Shaking is good, but also just dancing or exercising. I do a lot of exercises. And when I do that, I really feel so
You
much
feel
better.
really good too,
Yeah.
like very energetic. Like exercising, I would think it would make me tired, but no, it actually powers me and gives me energy.
She says a big hug, sweethearts, keep the spirits and frequencies up. Yeah,
We give
always.
thanks to y'all.
Thank you. And nice to meet you, Margriet. Hatback Worldwide. Big hug, sweethearts, keep the spirits and frequencies up. Yeah,
Thank you. We
always.
give thanks to y'all. And thank you for watching.
Thank you.
I said this before, like even though it seems like we're teaching, everybody out there watching is a teacher as well. We
Yeah.
don't just like share information. We actually learn also when you guys tell us things and advice and teaching us stuff. So this is helping us as well. We might help somebody out there, but we're also being helped by you guys out there as well.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Yeah, so no, you're very welcome with all your comments and also questions if you have any questions. And he says, I have a sandbox I made to ground barefoot daily. Oh, that's delicious. Even with all the heavy spraying. Yeah, nature good. Because like they're spraying, but they're like I heard some things that they're like cutting the finances for everything, like all the bad stuff got financed by America and they're cutting the funds off. So but that's why a lot of things are like very high in prices because they still try to steal as much possible from the people because their power is getting less and less. So they're being exposed, like the evil beings in this world that try to hijack reality and hijack the consciousness of people. There's some evilness behind it, but it's like it's losing its power because more and more people are aware of it. More and more people empowering themselves, taking their energy back, and also exposing them. So it's coming to the surface, and more things are being revealed. So that's why we're in the like Aquarian times, the times of like. They call it also revelation, apocalypse, but it only means the lifting of the veil.
Lifting of the veil.
So we are in the most exciting times ever.
Time of knowing.
Yes.
Not belief. It's a time of knowing. So
Yes.
you know now you know.
You know. If you know, you know.
You know you know. And now you know.
I call it now the quickening because events are more quicker coming up, and there's more exposure. So
And the awakening also is
Yeah.
like it started out slow, but now it's just hitting everybody. Everybody's just waking up. You can pretend to be not awake, or you can pretend to be buried your head in the sand, or be doing that. But like now, it's like inevitable. The awakening is happening, and it can't be stopped.
yes.
And it's the quickening because it's becoming much faster. All the events, like you said, are also becoming much faster. So that's nice. Finally getting a ball rolling.
Yeah, and
So-
we also want to give a broader perspective. It doesn't because they try to put us against each other, like it's this person, it's that person, it's like it's the immigrants, but it's like the government. It's like there's so many factions and so many perspectives, and so many people are put against each other.
It's all a distraction.
And a lot of people have good intentions, but they also there's an agenda behind it, and they get pushed by the agenda as well. So be very aware if you're not also putting another agenda out there. Like it's you have people that say, "Oh, it's only love and light, and it's all a reflection of yourself."
Spiritual
And
bypassing.
yeah. If you only like, just have to meditate and heal, and then it's all good. But that
It doesn't work that way.
no, because there's still a lot of things happening in this world that are not okay. Like the homeless people is not okay. The amount of people that addicted to drugs, it's not okay. Like it's like how many people are living on the streets that have no help. It's like it shouldn't be. And now the like standard, like normal people, they can't even afford their gas and
it's getting
electric
ridiculous.
anymore.
It's getting
So
ridiculous.
at this moment, people are not like they can't afford to live anymore at this moment. So like my heart goes out to all of them. Hey, Rebel Rob is here as well. Like he came also to my last live. So last live when I was live, you was there as well. So very welcome, very
Greetings,
welcome.
everybody.
And this is my partner, Rob. Didn't see you
Greetings,
yet.
everyone. In the house.
Yeah. So, and we are like, we have the same mission. We are like on the same path when we met each other, and it just amplified. We are learning so much from each other every day. It's so great. Yeah, it's really great.
The learning never stops. It's just.
It can be triggering sometimes, but it's because of our own beliefs that we need to pop out of.
Own beliefs, old programs from the past, past experiences, past relations, everything kind of like goes into the triggering that pops up every now and then. The different types of triggering, but
Yeah.
we get through it though. We get, the hurdles.
Yeah.
We overcome these obstacles.
We have to overcome our own obstacles and then be there for others to let people know, like, hey, there's different ways out there. And Rob said also they throw billions of dollars into wars instead of helping the homeless people. Yes, because it's all orchestrated. Because they want to put the money for the wars. Most of it goes back to in their own pockets, and it's mostly corrupt politicians, and it's all the same ones. And they also orchestrated all the wars. The same people orchestrated them, but it's one big satanic ritual because there's the normal people getting killed, and once they wake up and they say we don't want to do this anymore, then their whole power structures crumbles, and there are more and more people in government and people in the in the military and people in the police are waking up. They're waking up because now I heard they had trouble in the police and the military because there were more and more people having different thoughts, views on things, and now they even started a click line so you can rat on your own colleagues.
Oh wow,
they made that in Holland. I saw that.
The snitch line. We call it the snitch line.
But he says, yeah, Vanguard, BlackRock, and State Street are doing that. These are the big corporations behind everything, powering everything, paying the media, paying being all the terrorist attacks. Like it's all from the same side, all the false flags, all the terrorists, and like people say like, oh, this terrorist against this terrorist, but they got funded by the same place. But more and more people finding out about it. But that is like on a big scale, there's a lot of things happening, but also make sure that you're on your scale, that you are doing good. And that's why it's so important to know where you want to where do you want to focus your energy on, because that's what they want your attention and they want you distracted.
It's all distraction. So the best thing to do, for me at least, stay focused on my life's purpose and just keep doing good, moving forward. You know what I mean? Just keep at it. Don't let nothing throw you off the game. Whatever you have to do in life, if you know you have to do it, just try your best to get it done and accomplish it. And all these distractions will keep popping up. And more pop up. The craziest things pop up too, now that the awakening's happening. Like you see all kinds of stuff. I'm like, man, glad I don't have a television to see all this stuff going on. Speaking of news too, imagine watching that stuff.
Yeah, but Rob also knows it very well. He says they are depopulating the planet and that happens every 100 years.
Well, my question is, does this happen, the awakening happening every so often? Because if they mention resets and things to that nature, it seems like this is something that would have to happen, and then you have to attempt to depopulate, and then start over, and then again. I wonder how many times this happened, or is this like?
Some people said they had like 6, 7, or 8 resets, and they think a new reset is coming. But I hope enough people awaken so we have the Great Awakening instead of another reset. Last time it started in 1930. Yeah, so it was again. But that's why last time there was a reset and there were like a flood or like mud floods, and they repopulated the people with incubator babies, and they because all those buildings were already there from Tartaria.
See, I don't know if it's a mud flood because,
Yeah.
like, if there was a great flood that happened, right, the mud would be the result of that great flood happening because it's going to uproot all that dirt and everything. It's going to become mud. So it's going to seem like a mud flood. So maybe some of us seen the very end of it and was maybe, I don't know, it's just my thought.
But it can also be energy weapons because a lot of buildings look like now like meltodology. They say meltodology
And that
is
does
like melted
exist. So
buildings.
yes, that also.
Yeah, so it's
So by fire and by flooding?
Who knows?
Or a combination of the two. Maybe
Yeah.
they burnt everything and cooled everything off. They just great flood came in. I don't know.
Yeah, they're poisoning us through the air with jabs and no food. Yeah, that's why you have to make sure that you have your health in your own hands.
Or at least do the best you can.
Yeah.
Because of how they're doing it.
Yeah, and know the agenda. You have to know the agenda and then get your power back. And here I say also like stay focused, smoke and mirrors, distraction, be the love and unity you want to see, and more of yes, we are in the awakening. Thank you, kind, beautiful brother and sister. We share similar views. Wish we were closer and we could share a pot of tea and some love and laughter.
We give thanks. We thank you also.
Thank you.
Thank you also.
That would be fun, yeah. So, yeah, but that's why for us, it's not always.
Oh, good question. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Terry. Yeah, because I was wondering that. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't sure, like, how this is working and what goes on.
Yeah.
Because we're just here and we're given like a scripture and some information saying who we are and what we are, and everything has been scripted for us.
Yeah.
We really have no idea, so we're just.
And also all those books that they make, like the Bible and also a book, and they said, oh, we're in Revelation, and they call it scripture, but it's because they wrote it. It's their script. So we don't even know if like what is happening is because of us or because they wrote it, because they orchestrated it. Like the same thing, all the Simpsons series, everything what they're saying coming out.
It's all confusing because there's a lot of good stuff in here too when you read the good book. There's a lot of good things in there. So I wonder if they took it from the source of somewhere else and they mixed it with some other things to confuse us, like whether you take it literal or non. And there's like, you have to decode it. I don't know. I mean, everybody thinks they know, and maybe they don't know because we don't even know who we are.
We just bring different perspectives so you can make up your own mind. And that's why we share knowledge, we share information, we share perspectives. And Rob said also in Holland, I heard that in Holland, they started vaccinating the chickens with the jabs.
What?
Yeah. And so they have now vaccination eggs.
That is
vaccinatie-eieren. He says no more eggs for him. So no more eggs for him. So in Holland, they started vaccinating the chickens, and they say under the guise of bird flu, but they're not any other poultry. They're not vaccinating. Only the ones that we're eating. So they know very well what they're doing, but they're already doing that in the animals for a long time. They have like hormones, they have antibiotics, they have vaccines. A lot of the animals already get all of those things. So you never know what you're eating. And even worse, I don't know if you saw the latest KFC advertising that I posted on my Facebook. They had like a person, they had like a brown like river, and they put a person like in there, like in the river, and then and it became.
It was a piece of fried chicken. So basically,
chicken nuggets.
So basically, they took I didn't know it was a real commercial. So somebody was carrying somebody, and I thought they were going to baptize them in muddy water. I'm like, what is that? It either looked like the KFC gravy or like a vat of boiling grease, and they just dip the body in, and then they bring the body out, and it looks like a crispy piece of chicken. So I don't know if they're just like, I don't know why the commercial was there. I don't know if they're trying to tell people that that's what's in the food or.
But they say believe the chicken, and it's like Rob said also. I saw that commercials like believe the chicken, and other people they want you to believe it is chicken. But a lot of people say before it was called Kentucky Fried Chicken. At one point, they couldn't name it Kentucky Fried Chicken. They have to use it KFC because there was not fully chicken in there.
Well, here's the thing:
But we never like. Do you really think like for the amount of people eating that amount of meat everywhere in the whole world, do you really think we have as many animals? Think again.
I don't want to say what I think it is.
Millions and millions and millions.
But it's definitely synthetic because it went from Kentucky Fried Chicken to KFC. When they switched to KFC, it's because they were no longer healthy, right?
And you worked there, huh?
Yeah, I worked there a while ago, and the coworkers, I would like get in there and I'd even eat a piece of the chicken. And the other people I worked with, they're like, "Yo, you eating this chicken?" I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Yo, you need to stop eating this chicken." They didn't say why. I'm like, "All right, I won't do it no more." So I stopped, But I continued to work there as a cashier, and it's odd how all the pieces that you get and deep fry and all this stuff are all the same exact size. So I'm gonna go ahead and guess that it was some kind of synthetic material that we were deep frying. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna go too far into that one.
Yeah, and Rob said also they do it straight in your face. So there's like several layers into it. On one hand, they have to tell you, there's like agenda, they have to tell you in your face what they're doing. So that's why some people like explicitly saying it, what is actually happening. But on the other side, I think they wouldn't say it like this at this moment. They do it to expose it. Like the same with there was a Saturday Night Live with Lady Gaga, and they were like doing a ritual, a human sacrifice with drinking blood. And I do believe it's there to let people know what they're doing, but also to expose the agenda. It gets more and more clear.
Yeah, like they just trying to like subtly expose somebody or show them what's going on, like just a little bit, but like you're supposed to like maybe drop little hints is what they're trying to do, so we know what they're doing. A lot of us already know what they're doing, like especially like I'll say some fast food places when you say there's not enough chickens in the world to feed everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, when you have a place that has a bunch of burgers constantly, and it's got this burger place all over the world, right? No, there really isn't that many cows, so.
And there's a reason that they have like McDonald's has they get sued because they find children teeth in there. That was several times already. So, oh yeah, there's someone else sharing something. But Terry saying chicken is strange here sometimes. It seems artificial. I barely eat it. Well done, Terry. And that's why we share like information to be more aware of what you're eating, what's in there. Because at this moment, like they put citric acid in almost everything. That's just molds. Then they have all the colorings in there. It's also cancerous coloring. Like
all the food colorings, like your reds and yellows and your blues. Yeah, those are real bad.
That is also really bad.
Real bad.
Then you have the fake artificial sugar, like the normal white sugar is really bad, but also like the aspartame and the saccharose. There's like a lot of like also fake sugars in there as well. That is not good. So
my alternative to that would be like, if you're not fully vegan, if you want to go honey, you can get organic honey. For me, I like to use dates. Dates for sugar, like I like to process dates down into sugar. Or you can just get certain fruit like bananas, or you can get fruit sugar. But if you're gonna get fruit sugar, just make sure your fruit is organic and it's seeded. Because if it's not seeded, you're gonna get those artificial sugars in there, and it's gonna still cause a problem as you were to eat a candy bar similar to that. You know what I mean?
That's why it's so important to eat healthy, and because it's also strange that like for every little thing that you buy, you need to have the ingredients, and then you go to fast food places, there's no ingredients. It's also strange.
Oh, you mean how they hide it?
Yeah.
Well, now I think there was what.
You said what they put in the hamburgers in McDonald's.
Well, here's the thing.
I never heard that before.
Yes, I worked at McDonald's also back in the day.
You've worked at all of them.
Yeah, I did. I worked at McDonald's. I worked at Burger King. I worked at KFC. I worked at Taco Bell. Even a grocery store. It just goes on. But at McDonald's, right? That is funny.
He's like this. He's like the expert in all of the fast food things.
Her wife gained so much weight back in those days too. I ain't gonna lie about that, right? But no, enough with that. But with the burgers, yeah, I was working with this woman. She was pregnant, and so they had to like legally give her a list of what was in the burgers and all the food there. And she told me some of the ingredients on the list, and I couldn't believe it. You know, the people weren't in there at the time. I don't know what the food is made of now.
But
But
what
they
they
were-
had in there?
They had like the base for the burgers was like mealworms. If you guys know what mealworms are, I had a friend that had an iguana, and he would like get these freeze dried mealworms and would feed them to his iguana. And I think he had a turtle also when he would eat those things.
Mm.
But like, yeah, you can make a burger from like grounded up mealworms. And like, I think there was a worm factory actually that McDonald's was weren't they connected to a worm factory, like a mealworm factory? And I think I don't know how that went. I heard something about this. I'm not gonna just go ahead and say it because I don't want to like be out there saying something I don't have the full information on.
Yeah. But he found out it was mealworms.
But mealworms was on the ingredient list.
Yeah.
Just to put it out there.
But like a lot of times they're saying now, like
And I still ate the burger.
the Terry is like, ugh,
And I
yeah.
still ate the burger after I found that out too.
But he says also, but the we have no idea what's in that. Even if they put it on the
That was a long
ingredients,
time ago now.
they still put a lot of other things in. Like they say, it can contain nuts and soy. It's because they put it in there. Like people say, it can contain it. But also, you say like they put human meat in there. It's because they have extra human meat. They don't know what to do with it because they just some use only the blood, so the meat is left over. So they have too much of that. They have too much of it.
You mean they're
And-
feeding people to people?
Yeah.
No, I know a little something.
But I think it's true because otherwise it would not come out now with the KFC and with everything. It's coming out because I think it's already changed, and now they come out with it to expose it.
It's weird because I haven't seen anything that resembled. When I worked at KFC, I haven't seen anything that resembled like a part of a human in there.
Yeah. But Terry says, I recall you telling me this is so nasty. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
But it's like,
That ingredients list.
Yeah.
It's real. That was a real thing.
but also in Holland, you have already like, I already knew like 10 years ago, like the red M&Ms is made of lice. It's
Oh, the
made
red dye part of it.
the red dye. Like in Holland, they have roze koeken. It's made of the red dye of lice. And now they're saying like, they put bugs and everything, but they're doing this.
They've
already
been
for a
putting
long
bugs and
time.
everything. Yeah.
And also with when you think you like, because once I became vegetarian, I found out they put gelatin and everything in all the food, like the sweet like candy for children. They put gelatin in it, and it's like it's the fat of pigs and stuff.
It's
So
like
you're
the-
eating pigs and you don't even know it.
Yeah, it was funny when I didn't know what it was at first either. But I think I don't know if they take the bones and they
Yeah.
grind them into powder and they mix that with it's like a lot of the leftovers
Yeah.
to make the gelatin the texture.
Yeah.
And it's really clear. So
And then they put it in things for children, and also all those colorings is also really bad in the food. So really know what you're eating and know what you want to eat, and the more that's why it's so important for grow your own food, because then you know what's in there.
well, it's difficult
Yeah,
because like if you have like your parents, you have a nice area, they can have a nice garden back
they
there.
can have a garden.
You know what I mean? But like where I come from, like a lot of us, we living out of condos and apartments, and like you can't. There's nowhere you can grow your own stuff. Even if you attempt the condo association, when they have the beautification of the plants that they plant, if they see you growing something, they'll uproot that thing. They'll take it right out.
But
You know what I mean?
Rob also said if you calculate how many burgers they are selling, there are not enough cows. Yeah,
No, that's correct.
it's
There's not enough.
you're
cows at all.
totally right, and they don't butcher that many cows every day.
No.
But for the people that are awake behind it, they know what is happening, what is really happening in this reality, and there's like not only like they don't butcher that many animals, but they actually are also butchering humans, and that is like something that needs to be known in this reality. Not only butchering humans, but they're
Are they like a lot? Are they
sick
dead? Are they
things.
cadavers? Are they already
Yeah,
dead
they're doing a
bodies?
lot of sick things towards
Like
humans.
Cloud Atlas out here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Cloud Atlas. It said it already in the movie, and because they use other parts of those beings, so they use the organs for organ harvesting. They use the blood for the adrenalized blood. It's like a drug for them, and then the rest they give to the fast food like companies. So they have extra of that meat. But we're almost like a human harvest. We're like in a human harvesting planet.
It's like a prison zoo
It's
type of
crazy.
like farm. More like in a zoo slash prison slash farm. We're the ones being farmed.
Yeah, it's
So-
like really crazy. I'm surprised at the numbers of viewers in here. Yeah, we have. Yeah, adrenochrome keeps them young. Yeah, we know
Yeah, it
that.
does.
Yeah, he knows. I know. Adrenochrome keeps them young, but it's the adrenalized blood. They use it, and they even say it. They even say it on television. They say, "Oh, I have such a good cream. It's made of the foreskin from Korea from babies."
Oh, that was on the Ellen
On
DeGeneres
the
show.
Ellen DeGeneres show, like
Yeah, we're gonna
Sandra
call that.
Bullock
We're
was
gonna call
saying
that out. And who else? Steve Harvey experienced that too. Like somebody rubbed someone in his hand, and he freaked out at first because he thought they were rubbing like the skin of a man, like a full-grown man's private part. The odd part about that, though, when he seemed to calm down, is because they told him they came from newborn babies. He was like, "Oh, it's from newborn babies. Then that's okay." And I thought that was a bit weird when I saw that clip. None of this is okay. I mean, yeah, you might want to recycle things. You can recycle, plastics and metals and stuff, but recycling bodies to be used again, I somehow don't find it appropriate.
And that's what they use also with the Planned Parenthood. That's why they also want people abortion children, and also want abortion like later on.
Oh, they use those parts.
And they also use the placentas in
Use all the parts.
hospitals. They get a lot of money for it. So they make sure that more and more people are getting C-sections. Like almost now 75% get C-section because the placenta is more intact because they sell it for a lot of money. It's like, don't ever think the Red Cross is a good charity. No, they just make money out of the blood, and they sell it for a lot of money. And they like, I only saw one short piece of the Kardashians where they were eating a placenta from someone. I was like,
That's gross.
how gross is that? Hello, Tracy is also here. Yeah, hi.
I want to touch on the Red Cross.
Here's my partner.
Greetings, everybody. I want to definitely touch on the Red
You
Cross.
also, he always calls me mom. Is it hi, mom?
Also, what else? Oh wait,
Yeah.
okay, the C-section. It's funny
Yeah.
because like they'll convince the woman that they have to do a C-section because they can't deliver naturally and there's something wrong with them, and that's how they go about talking them into like getting a C-section and getting that thing out of. Try to have a natural birth. If you're anybody out there that's going through birth or about to, just try to do it naturally. Don't let nobody
But make sure that you have like a doula who knows what to do.
What now?
A woman that's there, like a doula, or knows what to do.
What do you call that in English?
It's a doula. It's like a.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, but how do you call it? Someone who is there, like who knows.
Something
who delivered
mom
more
or something?
babies.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it like?
Tracy says, I'm fine, doing great. How are you doing today? I'm very well. Thank you very much. Very well. And
Greetings. We're doing
That's-
pretty good.
that's also when we feel like sharing, then we do that. Like, and that also means that we are in a very good space.
Yes. A great space.
Oh, yes. Because you need to have extra energy to do this. Like, you can't do this when you're like in a black hole, dark night of the soul,
Were you going through
or
something or
through
dark night of the
emotional
soul?
things. And you're not thinking like, oh, that's like go live. So
Oh, you're fasting. I can
yes,
do
he
it.
says
fasting.
indeed doula. It's
Oh,
it's
doula.
called a doula.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
for that.
yeah. Terry also.
Oh wow,
knows
thank you
about
for putting that out there.
that. Mhm.
She's quick with information too. If you get information, she'll get it really fast. So good job on that too.
Terry, like, Hydro always says, like, you are one of the smartest people he knows.
I did say that. Good.
Yeah.
Well, it is true though.
It is similar to midwife. Yeah.
Oh,
it's
okay, similar to midwife.
Yeah, they
Okay.
call it like that. So make sure. Oh yeah. Rob says it's 5:20 and haven't slept yet. So I
Oh.
totally understand.
Thank you for being here.
Here it's just after 11, so here it's better. It's earlier. We are like six hours earlier than Holland. So, but very nice, Rob, that you were
Thank
here
you.
and that you were also sharing your wisdom again. And good to be connected.
We'll see you again.
Yeah. Yes.
Definitely.
Yes. Yes. Always very welcome, Rob. And sleep well. And but we want to share about all of these things Because first you need to know what this reality is, and then you can heal yourself, then you can empower yourself, and then you can take your energy back. And that is what it is. I wish I could stay longer. Oh, thank you.
We're gonna come back on too. We're gonna do more live so you guys can come on here.
You're very welcome.
We'd like to share with you guys again.
You're very welcome, Rob. Everybody's always very welcome here. We're like very grateful people are listening to our wisdom and understanding what we're saying, because we're doing this already for many, many years. A lot of people don't get it. So I really feel like the consciousness has changed. People are more open to it. And we're not the crazy people out there anymore. No, we actually have some knowledge to share. Yes, and we actually
and we have a lot to
some
learn
ways.
from everybody out there as well.
Still,
I like
still.
the exchange. The exchange is nice.
Yeah. So we don't pretend we have all the answers. We just say we're figuring this reality out, and we help you figure it out as well. So, but while we're figuring it out, we did find some ways that can help everybody. We're the way showers. Showers, yeah, showers.
Way showers now. We're gonna show you the way. I mean, that's cool because we are gonna show the way. Well, at least try to.
You shower the way.
I'm the way shower because that's why I get my downloads. I like the shower. I'm like
You're the way shower.
getting all that information
The way
with the
shower,
water.
and I'm the way shower.
The way shower and the way shower. That's why I need to be at the beach in the water constantly. Tropical, you heard?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. You know, we just have a good time with it.
Yeah, we always.
We have fun.
Yeah, so we know what is this reality, but then you have to find a way to deal with it and make it happen for yourself that you feel good, and then you can help others with it. So that's why I give healings that help others. We give coaching to people. We also give coaching for people that have serious illnesses. We also I give courses so other people can also give healings, but we also share different income ways. And that's why we also want to help people. Like the biggest thing you can empower yourself is with having different income ways and having, so they don't have you fully in their power. And because what takes your energies away is worrying about money. It's the biggest worry.
Yeah, don't chase and don't worry because that'll hurt you real bad.
Terry says this was great. I'm glad I caught it. Going to lay down. Talk to you tomorrow. Oh, sleep
Okay,
well. Thanks for being here.
Yeah,
sleep
thank you.
well. Sleep well.
We'll talk to you real soon too.
Yes. So
Thank
that's
you.
why we also wanted to share about find different ways. Like one of the biggest FUs against the system is making sure you have different income ways. So you're not that worried about it because they want you worried about money, because then you're all the time in fight-flight mode.
Most of us are in that survival fight or flight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's hard. Like I'm not sure if we'll ever see the thriving aspect of of living. Because everybody, what are you doing? You're going to work. You have to. You got to pay your rent. You got to get food. None of us are really self-sustainable like we should be. But the system was designed to take us away from being able to do that to relying on it. And so we're all in this boat. We're all stuck in together. I think part of the awakening is going to help break that all apart. Maybe one day that'll end.
Yeah, I know it's going to change and we all will be prosperous. But until then, find different ways. Like you can always PM me for different ways. Like you can join me in my team. I have different income ways that can help anybody. And that's why
online, right?
Yeah, I have online passive income ways, but it doesn't mean you don't have to do anything, but you share about it. You share about it for others. So I have different ways that can help people. But I can also help you build your brand, your website, your brand. Like what are the things you want to share? Where do you want to share? What is your niche? How want you, we help you maybe put on a website, a logo, or help you activate your purpose. Like, what is your purpose? What do you really
That is
want
nice.
to do?
You do pretty good on that one, though.
Yeah,
I did see that.
So we really want to activate you to start sharing your stories, start sharing your information, start sharing your truths, and we're here to activate others, to empower others as well. There's a reason you found us. It's because we are here to activate each other. We learn from you, you learn from us. So know that you can always reach out to us, like for like anything that we can help you with, because we are here to serve. We're here to serve you, and that's why we have so many things in our backpack that can help you with. Like, oh, communication, or your brand, or your social media, or your health, or your like income, or traveling, your like this, like coaching, inner work, like yoga, meditation, breath work, like I said, like inner guidance, inner guides, outer travel and inner travel. Like we're here, whatever you need. If you want to live in paradise, mentally, physically, emotionally, let us help you get there. What are the steps that you can set already today? Even if it's little steps, what are the steps you can do today? And even if it's just for a short while, to be out of there, like be in a different place and relax already and find your connection with yourself again. We have amazing places as well. So know that you can always contact us. And yeah, only recently we started also doing traveling. Is what we do already, lots of traveling, but we're helping others travel as well. So know that you can always reach out to us. Like if you have health problems, if you have mental health problems, if you have, yeah, if you want to go out of the matrix, out of the system, but you don't know how to do it, or you want to find a
Or to
different
just get
way.
out of it just a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say straddle the fence, but not be directly all in it and be submersed by it so much.
yeah,
And as far as like being able to help people like with health and wellness and stuff like that, my experience comes from like I went through it myself. You know, I was always like eating the wrong stuff. I was never healthy. I was always feeling sick, never feeling just right. Didn't know what the alkaline diet was. I just never knew how to get myself right until like one day I just got sick of being sick. So I just started doing like a lot of research and testing on myself for different things here and there. So you know, down the road I ended up acquiring so much knowledge of how to get myself feeling better and not feeling so terrible. And even now it's difficult because a lot of us have addictions. Mine is still junk food. Sometimes I like my cake and my muffins and my cookies. So I don't do it all the time, but I try to break free from all that. But like, you know, back on subject here, that was just one of the examples, like one of the things I was battling with as far as my health goes. But I'm working on it. So if we can like share health issues and work together, maybe we can get healthier together. You know what I mean? We can push forward and with that growth and expansion, you know, and just be a greater version of ourselves because we're feeling better, you know. And it starts with feeling good because like you can have all the money in the world you want, you can have the best job, but if you don't have like your health and you're not feeling good, none of that really matters. None of it matters.
because you had that.
I did.
You know what it is.
I know what it's like. I know what it feels like.
Yeah.
It's horrible. It didn't matter how much money you had. It didn't matter what job I had. If your health is not where it needs to be, nothing else matters. And you'll find that if you fall into this hole one day. But we can get you out of it. Or at least maybe we can try to. I mean, using my experiences, I can, you know, let you know what I went through. And hopefully it's going to be helpful to somebody out there. My story was shared, and hopefully it's gonna be heard by somebody that really needs it. You know what I mean? We can make a connection. We can discuss this thing. We can talk about it, and you know, get ourselves back on track with greatness and feeling good, feeling good and great.
Yes.
And it's always I don't always feel good. I mean, it's up and down because sometimes you just want to eat French fries. You know what I mean? And you want to be healthy. So, but for the most part.
Yeah, and I always say it's a balance as well.
Mhm.
Like sometimes you can say like today I'm gonna eat this, and then I will make sure after I eat less, or I eat more healthier for several days. Or you can go into a fasting or intermittent fasting or water fasting. You can do all sorts of things. But I am mostly when I eat something a lot that I normally not use. Like I eat much less the day after, and then I feel more balanced again. And that helps me a lot.
It does.
Yeah.
I know if one of the tips that I noticed that I learned is your gut needs to be empty and clean. If you're gonna do a fast, like a water fast, any kind of fast, it could be a fruit fast, it could be water fast. It really helps to have your gut like cleaned out. How you got to do whatever you got to take. If you got to take a concoction to clean out your insides, trust me, that'll help with the healing process because if you're trying to heal, the body has a lot of gook and junk in there. It's gonna first try to remove all of that, and that could take it could take your whole fast, and you won't heal like you think you can because it's gonna take the whole fast and maybe after trying to get rid of what you have stored in your system that you haven't got rid of yet. Once you start getting rid of things, then your fasting will really take place, but the healing process will really start. And you'll notice the difference. You'll feel great. I mean, I started feeling young again when well, way younger. Almost like before I joined the military. So, clean your insides.
And we're not only able to heal ourselves, but we look like 10 years younger than our actual age. So we actually found a way to become more younger. And my energy is better than when I was in my beginning 20s.
Well, I feel like a lot of food that we're given is the age. If you know what I'm saying, like you want to know what's aging you and destroy. Well, I don't know. I don't want to get like. I'm not trying to say anything bad about food, but like you age when you eat food, basically. You know what I'm saying? But what do you do? What do you consume if you're not consuming food? Food is also addicting, and some of it's delicious, so it's going to be hard to avoid.
But it's also like the better you eat the more you eat healthier, the lighter you will feel, the better you will feel, the more energy you have. So especially when you feel like after you ate, you don't have any energy anymore, try to incorporate more raw foods as well.
What is
That's why I make a lot of salads.
Like fruits, salads.
Yeah, salads. I make a lot of salads.
Make sure they're alkaline. Make sure it's seeded fruit too.
And it's like raw next to the normal fruits, like cucumbers, tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
But I sometimes also incorporate apples, because apples is one of the only fruits that's good in combination with the vegetables and fruit and the vegetables. So, and it helps digesting very good. It has enzymes that help the digestion. So, and that is with apples, but it also with sprouts. As you put sprouts in there, sprouts is the same as fruits. It's still alive when you eat it.
Well, here's the thing.
It has a lot of energy, and that's why it's so good.
And this is true. Sprouts are good, but I want to also stress this when it comes to tomatoes or avocados or sprouts or goji berries or or just any nightshade or any kind of lectin foods or fruits. Well, I'm sorry, vegetables and foods. But when it comes to like fruit, any fruit or vegetable, the best thing you could do if you know you're eating the proper one is make sure you know your blood type before you start consuming these things, and make sure these are not like hybrid fruits and vegetables. Make sure everything's organically natural. You know what I mean? Make sure you stress your blood type, because a lot of people will start eating vegan or healthy and end up with actually more problems and not knowing what's going on. You might have eaten fruit, you might have eaten a vegetable that's causing you high lectins, which probably explained in another video. Or you might be eating vegetables that doesn't match up with your blood type, or fruit that don't match up with your blood type, and you'll be having problems.
So, but maybe you can explain that first. So when people know what is their blood type, they can check online what is the most beneficial food for me, what is good for me, what is not. So some people, they have like lectins and nightshades, and it's not good for them. And for other people, it's no problem.
Yes.
So really see what is beneficial for you, what you eat and what not. And you become, the more aware you are of your food, the more you know what is good for you and what not. But you can also research that with blood types. And he did a lot of research on that.
Yeah, same thing with nuts and seeds also, and with mushrooms. Not every blood type can consume these items. So I did tons of research on blood type. And it even extends beyond just your food.
Mm.
Like, if anybody wants to discuss this. I don't know if we could do one-on-one or something.
Yeah, we can always do one-on-ones. Like we always have underneath where we are. We have enough bio information. You can make coaching with us, with me separately, but also with us together. I do also like business coaching, and we both do like health coaching and finding your purpose. But it's mostly like health. Health-wise, like especially when you have like physical problems, because there's lots of people that are like having physical problems because of all the shit they put in the food. So it's not strange. People are not even aware of what is healthy and not healthy, because even things you think is healthy, you find out it's not. So there's some really good teachers out there that really sharing certain things already. Like Dr. Sebi is a really good one. He healed a lot of people. And it was also mostly with like fasting and also herbs, and telling what are the fruits and vegetables that are alkaline. Because if you have an alkaline body, It means like a certain energy in your body. If you have an alkaline body, there's no disease coming to
It
it.
can't exist in our body because it's very alkaline.
Yeah, so that's why it's so important to eat healthy and have an alkaline body. And you can find Dr. Sebi's food list where he says what is real, what is not real, because a lot of things they also have like they put GMOs in there and hybrids and stuff. Black and white. Yeah. Yeah. Hello, hello, everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome. And what is so beautiful from us, we come from different continents, but we always also combine different
Let me close the windows real
Yeah.
quick.
we combine different wisdom from different sides. So I share a lot of wisdom. I share a lot of wisdom from Europe and from Asia because of like my yoga, my meditation and stuff from Asia. And he has a lot of teachers that came from America or that came from Africa, and he's sharing that side. So we bring the knowledge from both sides, and that is so nice because we were on the same path when we started this. So, and that's why we love sharing what we, yeah, that's why we love sharing this and being of service to people. But mostly also to let people know you're not alone. You're not alone out there. Nothing is wrong with you. That you view this reality different than most people is because most people don't even know what's happening in this reality. Most people don't even know. They have like the work life. Shopping this the same loop every day, and they don't even know that they want to change it. But there are people out there that want to change it, but sometimes they don't know where to start. And that's why we're here for. We are like helping you, show you the way. When little steps get you there. Like how do you want to live? Where do you want to live? What is your purpose? Like we really want to make you aware and connect more with yourself so you will find the answers in yourself. So we're not ones that tell you all the answers. We want you to find them yourself. But sometimes you need some activation or showing you the way or letting you know where to start. What are the things where to start? But one of the things is what is good is meditation and journaling and eating healthier. Those are one of the best things. And exercises and being in nature, those are one of the best ways to start. Yeah, taking back your health.
Yeah, find out what your meditation is too. Like I said, rather than you don't always have to close your eyes and start chanting, not chanting, but only. You can like she does. You can draw. You can write. Me, I'll draw because I like to draw. Whatever you like to do, like I said, I'll put on music and draw, and I'll fall into a meditation. And then sometimes it does help to actually just be with yourself and have a silence and then meditate. Just do the actual practice of meditation. Go within.
But you first have to find yourself and to do those exercises to then have live like that. To live like that, to be in that meditative state, be in that state of awareness, being in that mindfulness state. That you're not somewhere else in your mind, like thinking tomorrow and the past, what happened. Like really being here and enjoying where you are at. And that is not easy because a lot of people have like a lot of suffering in this current moment or a lot of regrets of the past or a lot of wanting it different than it is now. But the best thing is knowing where you want to go, but make little steps. Be more focused on what you want to achieve in the long run. But every little step in this now moment will get you there.
Well, you'll eventually end up where you have to go,
Yeah.
where you're supposed to be. No matter what you're doing in life, you're heading in a direction that you'll figure it out when it happens when you get there.
Yes. Yay!
Yeah, this has been nice.
Yay.
We need to do more of this more often. We're gonna contact with you all again. We always say soon, but we want to do it sooner because when we say soon, it could be a week later.
We never know, but it's also we never know how we feel when the energy's there. So that's why we also need to feel it in the moment. So yeah, I'm glad it's there again. It's the second time this month. But we also make other just videos anyway in between. But sometimes we go live, and we want to do it more um, because I know there are people out there who need it as well. So now we're here. Also on the Facebook, you know where to find us. On the YouTube, we have all our links. On the TikTok, we have all our links in our bio. And maybe I'll make a small reel on the TikTok so people can find it back. And yes, that was really cool again. So thank you all for being here. And thank you all who were here. And
Yeah, we give
this
thanks
was
to
a
everybody
beautiful,
out there.
beautiful, beautiful talk.
We
I
give thanks,
think quite some people saw some new things, and other people, a lot of people also shared their wisdom with us. So we're really grateful for that as well.
And we're grateful for your communication. Please keep communicating. This is really cool and giving us feedback, because I like when you have questions or things you have to say. And your comments are really, it's really cool.
Yes,
It's good to have this. And like I didn't know all some of this stuff. So like I said, we're always learning. And people just don't learn from us, but we learn from them as well. You know?
Yes.
So it's like back and forth. You know, we share this exchange of knowledge of everything, what we are, who we are.
Yes. Thank you very much, and wishing you all the best. And know where to. We want you to empower yourself so you know what to do, but also know that we are here if you need us.
Yes, very good. So love, light, peace, power to everybody.
Yes.
And stay forever awesome. Forever awesome in the house.
Whoop, whoop.
Once again.
Bye bye, lovely people.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks. And we'll see